How many people do you know that their aim changes when they're shooting indoor all fall? They go outdoor and they think, I'm going to be cool like everybody else. I'm going to shoot with my sunglasses on. You ever see a problem with that? Because now all of a sudden, I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but when I'm looking, I turn my whole head and I look straight through the peep, right? These people who put on sunglasses, they tend to put on sunglasses that for one reason or another, and I've seen $1,000 pair of sunglasses have the same problem, where there's a gap in the bridge of your nose for some reason, between the lens and the bridge of your nose. And what they wind up doing is they're turning like this, and instead of looking their head straight to the peep, they wind up turning their eye, and when their eye is looking, it's trying to sneak and aim through that little corner, that little gap. I don't wear sunglasses when I shoot for that reason. I may be blinded after I take my shots during a feeder shoot off, but at least I'm hitting the same place every time. But I've seen people that they're shooting. This happened this year when I went to an outdoor. I went there to coach somebody who had just started. They're shooting their first 50-meter. I'm like, just relax, do what you got to do. The guy next to him has about 3 years of shooting already. He's one of the club hot shots. These people who think that they talk a big game like, oh, I can hang with anybody. Like, yeah, dude, I've seen your scores. You can't hang with anybody. But he was shooting lights out for the first 5 ends. Lights out. Sun came up, threw on the glasses. Oh, yeah, that got good. Now, all of a sudden, this guy went from hitting 9s and 10s. I mean, he was drilling the middle. There was zero wind. I mean, I think we had a 1 mile an hour wind. It was about as perfect as you can get. This guy couldn't hit better than a 5. He was hitting 5s and 6s. And the way they do, feeder shoots over here, everybody brings their own canopy, whatever, and you sit under the canopy, when it's not your turn to shoot and everything. So I'm talking to this guy and I'm telling him what he's got to do to get ready for the next end, whatever. Then I see that I pick up my binoculars and I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, that dude just did it again. He shot a 2, he shot a 3. And he's sitting in the one right next to us. And I looked over and I'm like, you having a big problem, man? He was like, by end 5, you were doing great. But since then, and it looks like you've been having a problem. He's like, I don't know what it is. I said, all right, Versace, how about taking off your sunglasses and trying shooting without them? All of a sudden, he was like, the sun was getting in his eye a little bit. He was hitting in the 9s again. He had a problem with 10 still. He was hitting in the 9s. He's like, I got to get new glasses. I said, no, you got to get no glasses, dude, because it takes a lot of training to be able to shoot with them on there, with any kind of discipline. And it made a big difference for him, but people don't realize it. So if you wear glasses normally, I always tell people, shoot as you practice. If in everyday life you wear glasses, shoot with glasses if that's what you're going to do. But if you can see well enough to shoot without them, then when you're hunting or you're shooting in a match, don't wear them. You change a variable and you mess everything up, because glasses will change the way you view the target. I don't care what anyone says. It has to do with how you're looking at it. So we don't want to get too much into that because you can actually change it.
I actually have glasses and contacts for distance.
Mm-hmm.
When I compete, I don't wear them.
I had theatrical contacts made about 10 years ago. I still have them. I don't have a vision correction. I have glasses that I wear, but they're basically for distance, stuff like that. But I had theatrical contacts. It was a Halloween shoot. And someone said, oh, wear them. I'm like, you don't want me to do that. If we're going to wear them, I can't shoot. Oh, no, you can shoot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can see exactly the same way that I'm seeing right now, okay? Because I have what they call the sclerals. They cover your entire eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like you either have white eyes or you have black eyes. They were made for something that I did a couple of years ago. So I had the ones with the black full sclerals. They're soft full sclerals. And I can see perfectly. I tried shooting with those things. I lost 3 arrows. I said, I'm not doing this. I already told you I can't do it. So if you're not shooting in your contacts, don't hunt in the contacts. You have to keep everything the same.